Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Yesterday, October 4th, 2017, House Committee in the U.S. Congress approved $10 billion to fund the border wall. This doesn't mean the wall will be built, but it's a major step in that process. And I want you to see why this came on October 4th. October 4th is the day leaving 88 days left in the year. Of course, that's the Donald Trump number. A year ago to the day, October 4th, 2016, Donald Trump was in Prescott, Arizona, speaking about the border wall, among other things. Remember, the wall, a major part of his campaign. I also noticed how last year the location where he was to speak, Prescott Valley, Arizona, that summed to 277. October 4th, the 277th day of the year, leaving 88 days remaining. Also, prior to that, April 26th, 2016, which happens to be Melania Trump's birthday, Donald Trump gave on this same day what he called his victory speech, and he made two guarantees. I used to have a video showing the speech. He makes two guarantees at the beginning. One is he will beat Hillary Clinton in the election. The second guarantee is the wall will be built. I want to show you what was so interesting. Again, he gave that on April 26th. His wife turned 46 that day. From the day of that speech to the date of the election was 197 days. And 197 is the 45th prime number. The election was for the 45th president. So what a fitting day to make a guarantee that he would win the election and build the wall. Here's where the wall piece comes in with 45. The election was November 8th. It was announced very early November 9th that Donald Trump was the new president-elect after Michigan and Wisconsin went in his favor. And November 9th is the day in history that the Berlin Wall fell. Berlin Wall equals 45, just like Trump being the 45th president. And again, if you go back to 2010, there's a Serta mattress ad. Donald Trump's talking to digital sheep. There's only two with numbers on them, 11 and 9. If you look at the suit that Donald Trump was wearing the night of the election, which we'll put an asterisk next to because it's really a selection, he's wearing the exact same suit. This commercial was from 2010. Serta, the mattress company that this ad's for. By the way, Donald Trump, part of the dialogue with the sheep is being born for the job. Now, what job do you think he was born for? Again, all presidents are groomed from a young age for their destined roles. There is no democracy in this nation. This is a ongoing, militaristic, Jewish conspiracy of a nation, and that's exactly what it is from the day it was established. This nation was created by Jewish banker tyrants who have been killers and, militaristic monsters from the day this nation began. That's why it began with the genocide of the people who live here, and that's why in the history books they teach you that the Jew, Christopher Columbus, who was paid for on behalf of the Catholic Church, which was established by Jews, is the person who discovered the land, even though it makes no sense. People already lived here. The Chinese were here way before Christopher Columbus. The Vikings were here way before Christopher Columbus. This entire nation is a Jewish conspiracy, and anyone who says otherwise is ignorant. It's 100% factual that this nation has been run by Jews and in a very dishonest way from the beginning. They're calling Donald Trump the first Jewish president because all of his children have married into Jewish families outside of Barron, who's just a boy. Remember, Donald Trump was in Israel on Jerusalem Day. He visited the Western Wall. That was the big thing about his trip there. He went to visit a wall. What the wall's really about is Wall Street. In 1988, The Economist predicted there'd be a major economic collapse around this time, and in 2018, there'd become a one world currency. In 1988, the Trump number. Donald Trump, Mr. Money, Mr. Real Estate, Mr. New York, Mr. Wall Street. Go back and look. Around the same time as the election, there was an ad being run by Quicken about Humpty Dumpty falling off his wall. And I want to show you something about Humpty Dumpty in light of Donald Trump. Humpty Dumpty sums to 58. Humpty Dumpty, 58. Donald Trump won the 58th presidential election. He announced that he was running from the 58-story Trump Tower. The day of the inauguration, which happened to fall on a date with 58 numerology. What did Donald Trump do? He hired the 58-year-old Steve Ray. And I'll show you something cool about Steve Ray. Alphabetic order, his name sums to 115. Donald Trump took office with the 115th Congress. If you write out 58, it also sums to 115. The 58-year-old Steve Ray, hired for the inauguration day. If you go back and watch Trump's victory speech, he begins the speech at exactly 9:58 p.m. And all presidents have done this throughout history. The Jews who run the world, they are Kabbalists, Kabbalah. It's all about letters, numbers, and dates. Everything is planned and coordinated by a code. We're living out a planned agenda. This is the Jewish conspiracy. It's undeniable. We need to wake up. We need to understand what the Jews who rule over us are about. They abide by the Talmud. The Talmud says that if you're not a Jew, you're a goyim. And a goyim is a lesser. A goyim is a slave for the superior Jewish race. That is explicitly stated in the Talmud, plus a whole lot more. In the Talmud, it also says if the goyim were to find out what's in the Talmud, they'd kill us. Well, they know what their fate is, and people need to learn what's going on, and these people need to be 86th from the earth. These people are killers. They have terrorized the world for way too long. They are doing so much evil stuff in this world, most people cannot comprehend it. Tell you what, you take out Israel tomorrow, you take out the news networks that all the Jews control, you take out this federal government, which is entirely Jewish, the world will clear up in record time, and that's exactly what needs to be done. Anybody out there saying that Donald Trump's the truth, Donald Trump's fighting the New World Order, these people are either idiots or complete shills, like Alex Jones. I'm on Truth Frequency Radio. There's a lot of shills on there promoting Donald Trump. I got into a major argument with some of these other voices on TFR yesterday, people saying how great Trump is and the things he's trying to do. Anyone who says that, they need to be 86th. These are the Goyim or the Jew shill agents. A lot of these people never show their face. So just want to bring attention to why this happened yesterday. We as a society need to make sure this wall is not built. Truth Seeker, all of this stuff, we just have to bring it all to an end, okay? We need to knock Humpty Dumpty off his wall. We need to knock Humpty Dumpty off the wall. Remember how special this number 58 is. It's more than Humpty Dumpty. Freemasonry 58, Secret Society 58, Solomon's Temple 58, Rosicrucian 58, Rose Cross 58, Jerusalem 58, United States 58, Washington 58. The Orange Oompa Loompa being the winner of the 58th presidential election. This is a reminder how deep we are into the agenda, and it needs to end now. It needs to end now. And the other thing I want to make, the other point I want to make, right now we have Puerto Rico, which was targeted with weather warfare, just like Houston, just like Florida. It's all about destroy and rebuild. This is how they keep the Ponzi scheme afloat. The Jewish military tyrants, this is how they operate the world. Kill, destroy, rebuild. Think about it. Puerto Rico, U.S. territory, Hispanic, targeted, devastated. And now you have Donald Trump, saying these mocking things. Oh, these people just want free handouts. And, oh, what a bunch of, babies. He's mocking this Hispanic community, saying we don't have money for them. I mean, the other day he made the statement about how there's no money in the budget for them. But now we got $10 billion to build a wall? This is what goes on every day in this world. We got endless money for war, military, police. How about the money for infrastructure? How about building, community centers, places of employment? So certain communities that have no opportunities. I mean, if you've ever been to poor communities in this nation, and they exist in every city, there's usually nothing there. A McDonald's, maybe a liquor store, a gun shop, maybe one auto mechanic, maybe some Asian people that set up a little small restaurant, but there's not much else there, you know? Why don't we invest all this money instead of giving it to Lockheed Martin and all these big military contractors that just build these stockpiles of missiles that then go into the ground and rot and contaminate water? You know, instead of investing in that, why don't we invest in ourselves? You know, why don't we make it so that every public school has twice as many teachers? So instead of classrooms having 30 to 60 students, which is now the norm throughout the nation, a lot of states have 60 students in a classroom. I think Michigan was the first state to do it. Why not have twice as many teachers, you know, so that students can get attention? And I mean, it's beyond that. How about let's get a real curriculum that actually teaches children stuff instead of Christopher Columbus? And here, learn this math lesson today, learn this math lesson tomorrow, and never have anything applied to your life. This is why we got to change the world, you know? People sleeping on the truth, you know, getting led straight to hell. Now we got an orange goon for the president. Wants to build walls. You know, the Republican Party, that's all they're about. Military, killing people, building walls, keep out the Mexicans. The Republican Party, the party of racists, war, ignorance, greed. And at the same time, the Democratic Party, what are they? The party of cowards, losers, wimps, you know, that pretend like they're different than Republicans, but then essentially do the same thing. Just the whole political spectrum is just disgusting, but the Republicans really are filth. I mean, they lead the path of filth. The Democrats, being the spineless cowards they are, they just follow right along. We got to stop this wall, Truth Seeker. They are going to build this wall, you know? Collapse the economy, build the wall, start a bigger war. Sick. 10 billion for a wall to keep out the Hispanics while there's no money for the U.S. territory, an island of Hispanic people just purposefully devastated. Probably blew up that dam too to flood them even more. And again, a year to the day, giving a speech about this. Year to the day later, leaving 88 days left. First big step to getting it done. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.